What's happening, man? What's happening? How y'all doing? Now I done did all these videos. I ain't never just stopped and checked on y'all just to see how y'all doing, man. We done, we done talked about a lot of stuff. We done went back and forth in comments and, stuff like that. How y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? How life treating y'all? You know what I'm saying? I just want to know that, I want to say I'm very appreciative of y'all who been rocking with me for a minute. Even a few people that respectfully we go backwards and forward, which I love. Like I said, we're not gonna always agree, and that's why I love that I respect every man and every woman's opinion respectfully, and we also end up laughing or LOLing at the end of these comments. So it's all love. I just want to take a minute to check on y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? See how y'all doing. I do want people to know that when I do these videos, it's very genuine, very genuine. You know what I'm saying? I have a real heart for what goes on with people in general. You know what I mean? It's just once I figured out how the world is ran, and I figured out different knowledges and enlightenment about certain things, it just turned that light bulb on. Like on cartoon, you see that light bulb pop above their head, that's enlightenment. And sometimes, man, I ain't gonna say sometimes, all the time, when you see that light, you can't cut it off. A lot of y'all be saying, man, I be telling my mama this, my cousin, my brother, my wife, my husband, my baby mom, I be telling all them people. But one thing you gotta understand, man, you gotta shake them till you wake them. They not gonna understand you. You get what I'm saying? And once you really realize the way people see the world, and it's not from them, it just stems from schooling and coercion and stuff like that. When you see how people really see the world based on how you know it is, you're gonna see what type of fight we up against. So don't get discouraged, man. Shake them till you wake them. Don't get discouraged, man. You was the chosen one in your family to seek this knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Like I say, man, we're up against years and years and years of mental poisoning, mental castration, lies, just converting us from who we are to who they want us to be. It's just a lot of that going on, and you ain't gonna be able to turn somebody around in 10 minutes. And while some of y'all might hear me say the same thing a lot, it's because I'm trying to beat this in your head. I'm trying to get you to really see it's just that simple. All you gotta do is start thinking. Once you start thinking, then you will realize just how simple it is. I don't know what the hell is. Let me get that out. But yeah, once you start thinking for yourself, you will start to realize what this world really is, bro. We are not designed to be in this losing battle, I would say, because we all should be able to get a chance to experience going to different countries without having paperwork or without having a certain type of finances. Excuse me. We should all be able to experience God's green earth and not be lied to, not be taken advantage of. So it's just so many things these people have done to us that shouldn't happen to us, that we should be able to experience in our lives. The things that you see people online holding up money and material things and this and that, that's all smoke, man. That's just BS. But I respect all. If that's something you like and that's what you deem in your life to be happiness, then so be it. But a lot of us, like I say, social media is designed for us to look at other people's lives and try and emulate it, or look at our own lives and feel as though we're not as worthy of them because they got this type of car or she got this type of house. And man, don't get caught up in that, man. The most beautifulest thing in the world is understanding. You know what I'm saying? To take what you have and be thankful. And in some cases, be thankful of some things you don't have. You feel me? So a lot of people will unalive themselves. We talking about millionaires. You know what I'm saying? All the time, bro. So that shows you that having money and everything. Sometimes money is the worstest thing that happened to a person. Everything is about balance. Go study your laws of Mayat. Go study those laws of Mayat. M-A-A-T. Study those laws. You will see this is where the 10 Commandments come from, and they've stolen a lot of stuff from Kemet, or which some people may call Egypt, and they've incorporated in modern religion or stuff like that, modern biblical texts. But it's been stolen. This has been stolen knowledge, man. That's just basically universal laws that they don't teach us. As above, so below. You know what I'm saying? Those different laws, time in equals time out. the laws of attraction, just simple laws, man, that if you abide by them, your life will just open up. Okay, as above, so below is one of the most important ones to me, because everything you do and accept is a 100% mirror image and reflection of you and who you are. You don't date women that's not what you consider attractive. You feel me? So instead of changing the people, you have to change yourself. And when you change yourself, you will attract the people that you are trying to attract. That's why I say be truthful to yourself, whatever that may be. I may look at it and say, man, this dude always holding money up to his ears and what he, hey man, that's just my opinion, that's how I feel, but I respect if that's what makes you happy. See, this is all about respect. That's all it's about, respect, man. A person don't have to live by what I say. You know what I'm saying? You don't, bro. I respect everybody, how they live and how they see things. I think that'll take you a long way as a person, as an individual. And it just align with people that align with you, man. Start living. You know what I'm saying? Stop going off by what the world say. Oh, you gotta, like, you may not be meant to be married. You know what I'm saying? You may not meant to be with one person. Or what else? You may not meant to be rich. You feel me? But you have to redefine what rich is. Redefine what a relationship is to you. And it's just about respect, man. That's it. This is your life. You feel what I'm saying? It's just about respect, man. But we get caught up and misconstrue those things with opinions, facts. You just gotta know right is right, wrong is wrong, yes means yes, no means no. You feel me? It's wrong for one group of people to take advantage of another group. That's just wrong. That ain't got nothing to do with respect. That's just wrong. You feel me? And like I say, we living in a time, man, where we're so in flux with information that you can lose yourself in all this information. But the truth of the matter is this: yes means yes, no means no. Okay? At the end of the day, I go by simple principles. Alright? That's it. I don't get construed with all this extra. Nah, bro. You wrong or you right. I used to be like, I'm gonna ride for my dog. And my dog, I'm gonna ride right or wrong. That when I was young and dumb. Look, man, I'm gonna ride for you, but if you wrong, I'm gonna tell you you wrong. And you should want me to tell you you wrong. You feel me? When we was young, yeah, I'm gonna ride for my dog. I don't care what, right or wrong, I'm gonna ride for my dog. No, man. When you grow up and have responsibilities, special children, you start looking at life totally different. Look, bro, I can't be doing the shit you doing. I can't. It's just, and you gotta respect that. This is what I like about a real, you gonna know a real friend. A real friend will never take you down a road that will harm you. It will always give you the option to make that decision. Hey, bro, I'm finna go, man. I'm finna go. But bro, it's, you know, if you want to ride, that's on you. If you don't, I understand that. See, that's a real friend. And you got these other friends, girl. Oh, you ain't gonna ride me, girl. You ain't this, you ain't that, you ain't this. Nah, motherfucker, you ain't. I got kids, and you should understand that. So you going through these levels of life, man, where you start to really, like, you know, this is the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Wisdom is a motherfucker. When you have the wisdom, meaning you've been living long enough, you've seen different examples from not just you, but people around you. You saw what happened to this person when that person did that. And, you know, so you got the wisdom to know. Like, we might know why, we might know what to do, but we might not know why to do it. Wisdom gives you the why. And I always told you, if you're not a why person, you're gonna go for what's ever in front of you. Always be a why person. Always ask, always be curious. Like they say, curiosity killed the cat. That's some bullshit. Curiosity gave you the opportunity to grow. Just being curious. You should want to be curious, okay? Not nosy, curious. Just to know, why are these church windows this color? You know, why is God this color? Why is this? Why is that? You know, you have to know, because if you don't, the world will take away your critical thinking and replace it with, like, it'll replace it with templates of stupidity, to be honest with you. Giving you all the tools to self-destruct. Give you all the tools to not be able to grow. This is what the world does. And if you look back and you look at the world primarily, you got people coming from other countries being converted to Europeans, to adopting the Western way of living. That don't make sense. It doesn't. But this is what the world will do to you. The world will say, like I say, this is what my Latino brothers do. This is what my Mexican brothers do. How you gonna say, no, that's wrong, but want them to be like you, which is a European, or you want them to live the Western way? No, it's about respect. Respect is how Mexicans wear their clothes. This is how they swag. This is what makes them them. Why the fuck you want them to be like you, and vice versa? You see what I'm saying? It's all about respect, but the world will tell you different. Or if you ain't got on a suit and tie, or if you ain't got this type of job, or if you ain't this type of woman with these type of curves, if you ain't got this, that, and the third, which don't amount to shit, that means you're not of the chosen ones, or you're not of the worthy ones. Nah, man, the hell with that. The world will screw you over and tell you all the things so that you can be taken advantage of, okay? Damn that. A woman might be a dime piece, right? But in this world, the world tells those women that's all they need to bring to the table. But if you look, that's a lie. Everything is about balance. I told you this shit like a recipe. You can't have too many eggs and not enough flour. That cake ain't gonna come out right. You got to have the right amount of everything, which gives everything that equilibrium, okay? So you may have a woman that's a 5 or a 6, you know, from what we call beauty, you feel me? Everybody got their own representation of what beauty is, but let's say your woman is a 6. I guarantee you she got other things that she brings to the table in other areas that compensate for the lack of her looks. What does that mean? She might not be a dime, but guess what? She can cook. She know how to carry a conversation. She know when to let a man be a man. She know when to be a helpmate. She know when to be understanding, and she know when it might be that time when she might have to, you know, fire off. It ain't gonna happen all the time, because those women are real subtle. If you look at women that are married, the average woman, and I've been living long enough, right? I've been living long enough to let you know the average woman that I've seen in real relationships, real marriages for a long time are very subtle women. They're not loud, obnoxious. They don't think they all that. They don't think they Miss Goody Two Shoes. They just subtle women. They may not be defined as from what we think fine is. Just a woman, man. Just know how to be a woman, know how to play her part. You know, versus you get somebody that's combative, and then you might get a guy that just, you know, he may not be able to lead as good, right? It's just all types of things, man, the world throw at us, but for some reason we expect everybody to arrive at the same finishing point at the same time, even though we experience things totally different. I told you, when you look at a community, every house in that community is a different world. We're all different. So how can we be judged the same? Your experiences with this type of woman, this type of man is totally different. We're not going to arrive at the same point in the same finish line at the same time. We don't live as a tribe. That's what tribes do. If we can learn a lot from animals and insects like a mug. Mother Nature, that's the last real teacher that we have. And these motherfuckers trying to mess that up. Okay? They trying to manipulate. They ain't trying, they are manipulating that. They are manipulating the weather. They are manipulating, they putting fake animals and shit out there. Birds flying around as drones. Like, bro, you dealing with some demonic ass people in this world. That's why I say you better, and it's your responsibility, you better tighten up and you better wake up. Keep thinking these motherfuckers get out their bed to make your life a better, no, bro, they don't do that. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna let y'all go. I ain't want this video to be that long. I just want to check on y'all, my people, because I love y'all, honestly. But I'm gonna tell you, just like homie said in China, when Chinese people make money, they invest in their people to kill poverty. You know what I'm saying? Get people off the streets, give them a better education. In America, these motherfuckers, these oligarchs, all they do is take money and put it and invest it in their yachts. They invested in their stocks. They invested in their cars, businesses, corruption. They do not invest it in people. This is why you got so many people dying every day from homelessness. Every day from not having the right medications and financial ruins. And man, America's a nigga. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let y'all go. They say this is the American dream, but like I tell y'all all the time, you gotta be asleep to believe that shit. And that's why they call it the American dream. Think about that. I pledge allegiance to the flag. The whole United States can kiss my ass. Y'all have a lovely day. It's your boy Papa Doug. I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the share button, because sharing is caring. This video is brought to you by UbuntuApparel.com. Ubuntu means I am because we are. How can I be happy if everybody else is sad? That's why I chose that to be my clothing line, because it has meaning. We talking fashion with a purpose. So if you're on YouTube, you can go below, go to the store, you can grab you a shirt, hoodie, man. That's how y'all can help support this journey. And like I say, go to UbuntuApparel.com. That's going to be in the description of this video also. And like I say, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. In order for you to be found, you must first be lost. Oh boy. I'll get with y'all on the next one, man. I got a interview to do today. Full sale, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be good, live audience. Like I say, I'm out doing speeches. I'm doing my thing, you feel what I'm saying? And I'm just loving life, all right? So with that being said, hey, y'all be great, and I'll get with y'all on the next video. Peace.